dream come true. It's really my town. It's our town. Our town. It's the place you can make your town. Marana is where we make our town. It's the place you can make your town. Marana is where we make our town. It's the place you can make your town. Marana is where we make our town. It's the place you can make your town. Marana is where we make our town. It's the place you can make your town. Marana is where we make our town. It's the place you can make your town. Marana is where we make our town. It's the place you can make your town.
This is a newsroom, for crying out loud. You need to learn to control your shenanigans.
We can't help it, man. When we think of our town, we're moved to move our town. It's the place you can make.
Enough already.
Sorry.
Judges, we're ready to begin.
What an opening. Thank you, Miranda. I think we all feel a part of your community already. So we're anxious to hear your story. So are you ready to begin? You may begin.
All right, people, it's time to begin and produce the Marana Monthly Newsletter. The topics for this month's edition include, as always, hunting, grilling, and mustache grooming techniques. We'll begin with, Becky, do you have a question?
Well, ma'am, the others and I were talking, and well, as you know, the town of Marana is competing to be an all-American city. Because of our work with Arizona Youth Partnership, the Marana Unified School District, and the Marana Chamber of Commerce, we thought we could do a story on this.
This sounds very warm and fuzzy. You know how I feel about warm feelings.
No, but, well, Tony and I kind of already wrote the newsletter, but it's perfect and beautiful, and it cried exactly 27 tears while writing it. Will you please listen to it? I know you'll love it once you hear it.
Okay, you have exactly 8.5 minutes to pitch your newsletter.
There are many reasons why I love my town. The Marana Citizens Forum for citizen engagement, the hashtag Doing It Right after school clubs by Arizona Youth Partnership. And now I want to showcase 4 programs that focus specifically on engaging and supporting vulnerable boys and young men. The first story comes from a sophomore at Marana High School, Seth Clem. Through the collaborative efforts of the town of Marana Chamber of Commerce and Marana Unified School District, the community banded together to raise funds for a school track. Seth is one of the many students transformed by this collaborative effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2014 Marana Run Walk.
It was the rainiest day in Marana. Probably most people did not have a life-changing moment that day. Probably most people stayed inside where it was warm. But I was up helping my mom at the annual Marana Run Walk. The Chamber of Commerce was working with her and her school to put a walking track on our campus. I decided as long as I was there helping, I should go ahead and run. It was exciting. I felt like an athlete. I felt strong. And when I got to the finish line, there was tons of people there cheering. Later that evening, the race awards were announced. I didn't think they would call my name. It was my first time doing something like this. But then...
And in second place, Seth Clem.
Seth Clem! Second place! I ran to the stage. My mom was cheering and taking my picture.
Good job, Seth, I love you!
Fast forward a year later, I have lost 40 pounds and gained muscle. I'm on varsity track and football. I run every day. Instead of fitting running into a routine, I set my routine around running. I have my family, teachers, and coaches who have supported my changes. Thank you, Town of Marana and Marana Chamber of Commerce, for caring so much about your schools and kids. My life changed the day I put on these runner numbers.
Yes, that was a great story. The second story comes from an elementary school principal, Tanya Caldwell, who has a unique program that focuses on positive reinforcement as a way to improve youth behavior. Here is one example when the Marana Unified School District and Marana Health Center joined forces to help our students.
This is Zach, a third grade student from Desert Winds Elementary. He really struggles with his behavior in the classroom and on the playground.
I just want to have fun.
He always makes noises, shouts out answers in class, and is really really rough when he plays.
I just want to be heard.
Marana Unified School District, in fact all the schools in the district, use the program called Positive Behavior Intervention and Supports. And this program emphasizes positive reinforcement instead of punitive discipline. We're always looking for ways to find and acknowledge kids when they're doing the right thing. Zach, I caught you being good today.
Yes, I've been recognized.
This program finds ways all around MUSD with kids that are just like Zach, make positive changes in their lives.
Thank you for helping me, Mrs. Caldwell.
Good job.
Next, showcasing Marana's rodeo heritage, we have Trevor Robertson. Through after-school activities, the town of Marana and Marana Heritage Committee have provided a productive outlet for youth engagement.
All my heroes have been cowboys. How lucky am I? I live in Marana, Arizona, home of world champion barrel racer Sherry Servey, and NFL team ropers Corey Petska and Cesar De La Cruz. And that's only naming a few. Feed your horse, water your horse, don't forget to clean the pens. Ride your horse, bathe your horse, and don't forget to clean the stalls. A cowboy's work is never easy. It takes hard work, determination, and raw talent. You spend an hour before school and 3 hours after just to do 17 seconds of doing what you love. I can't even describe the feeling I get when I hear my name called over the mic.
Welcome to Marana Heritage Arena. Let's kick off today's barrel race with our first contestant, Trevor Robertson.
As I ride my horse Itzy to the gate, her heart starts to beat fast, and mine just a little faster. All I have to do is make it around 3 barrels running as fast as my horse can go. And oh yeah, beat all the other contestants. We take off, 1 turn to the right and 2 to the left. Now kick, kick, kick all the way to the finish line.
16.73.
Today was a great day. I ran the fastest in all the youth. Here in Marana, I can live the life of a cowboy. I get to travel with my family every weekend, doing what we love and preserving the Western way of life. I get to help others and share friendship that others may never experience. The town of Marana and the Marana Western Heritage Committee has given me a purpose through this program.
Marana's heritage can be used to influence younger generations in such a positive and impactful way. The Marana Western Heritage Arena is a second home for many kids to learn responsibility, dependability, and caring for others. The last story comes from a student who exemplifies the power of community support and public service. This is a student who found hope and a second family. Devin Brandt graduated last month from Marana High School and participates in the Marana Police Explorers program, which teaches young people interested in a career in public safety. Too often we hear of negative police encounters, but this is the story of how one of our officers changed a life in a positive way.
A report of a domestic came in. A lady called saying she could hear her neighbors screaming and things breaking in the house.
Copy that. I'm en route to that location. Can I get a backup unit?
Copy, I'm en route.
I was 8 years old. I heard they were at it again. I knew what I had to do. Go in my room, close my door, turn on my TV, watch Tom and Jerry. But this time was different and one I would never forget. I heard my parents screaming at each other nonstop. I heard things breaking, so I left the safety of my room to satisfy my curiosity and ran up to my parents begging them to stop the fighting, to please stop. But in the midst of it all, I was caught up in the fighting and thrown up against the wall. I ran to my room in fear for my life. I knew the officers were on the way again for the 100th time. Seeing them made me feel better. When the officers were around, I finally felt I could let my guard down, that I was finally safe. I looked up to the officers as heroes, and I knew that one day I wanted to be that hero too. I'm 18 now, in pursuit of fulfilling that dream of becoming that hero I looked up to so much in my youth. I decided to join the Marana Police Explorer Post number 77. While a part of this program, I was able to become friends with all of the officers, and most importantly, I was finally able to know what it felt like to be part of a functioning family. I also met Officer Kevin Litton of the Marana Police Department, the greatest man I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. Kevin has given me the confidence and the knowledge that I will need to complete my journey. Kevin is my role model, my hero, and my friend. I hope that one day I can be at least half the man he is. When I am that officer, I will face these extraordinary circumstances and act with honor, courage, and self-sacrifice because of the adversities and experiences I've had.
The town of Marana and the Marana Police Department has given me the chance to reach my dreams. Officer Brandt on duty.
As you can see, through these programs, Marana has shown active involvement in engaging and supporting vulnerable boys and young men, as well as providing a healthy and safe environment for all citizens. We support programs that get kids off the street. We celebrate their successes, and we coach them through their challenges. People in Marana really do care about each other. I guess that's why Marana is our town. We all believe in the undeniable power of community. Well, Dawn, what do you think?
Dang it, Becky. I never thought I'd say this, but you may have just beat out mustache grooming. All right, people, let's print it.
Yeah.
Marana is my town.
Marana is your town.
Marana is our town.